Greetings, my dear friends. Thank you so much for allowing me this moment with you. You don't have to, but I appreciate that you do. Let's get into it. As a father, sometimes you don't always realize the little eyes that are watching you. My oldest son, Troy Jr., when he was a little boy, I would sometimes look up and I'd see him stomping around the room in my shoes. He was such a perceptive little boy, and he watched everything that I did. This one particular time we were in the doctor's office, and in this doctor's office there was a sink. We were there, it was his pediatrician, and there was his sink, and in order for the doctors not to have to use the faucets, the handles on the faucet to turn them on and off for infection control, they would use a pedal that's on the floor. So one day the doctor came in and he went over to use the sink, and he pressed the pedal that was on the floor, and the water came on, and he washed his hands and dried them off, and then he proceeded to do whatever he needed to do. At that moment, I looked over at my oldest son, Troy Jr., and he was looking with purpose at what this doctor was doing. And I knew in my heart, as soon as that doctor left the room, he was going to climb his little self off that table, and he was going to walk over there and try to press that pedal and make that water come out the same way he had saw the doctor do it. Sure enough, as soon as the doctor left, he walked over, pressed the pedal, but he was too short, he couldn't see the water, he could hear it, so he knew he was accomplishing something. My friends, I just want to tell you today that you never know who's watching you. You never know who's taking note and observing and admiring your every move. So integrity is vitally important, especially for the believer. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 3 says that the integrity of the upright guides them. Let your integrity be your guide today. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. Even when people can't see what you're doing, God is still watching what you're doing. And remember this, things done in the dark will soon be brought to the light. Just like myself as a father and my son, I didn't always know that he was watching me. But him watching me made me more conscious of what I was doing in his presence. It made me more aware of what I was doing while he was around, because I knew that I was influencing him. You also have influence. You have someone in your life that is watching you and taking their cue from you. You don't want to be the one to lead them astray. So function today, this week, and for the rest of your life as much as you can. None of us are perfect, but as much as you can, let's function. Let's try our best to function with integrity, because somebody else may be depending on what we do. Somebody else may be taking their cue from you or from me. So it's vitally important that we walk upright and we walk in integrity with everything that we do. Listen, I love you, and there's not a thing in the world that you can do about that. Remember this, on this life's journey, it's not ultimately about how you started. It's how you finish. Until we meet again. Bye now. Listen, if you liked this video and would like to see more of this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that bell so you're notified anytime I post. Like and share this here on Facebook and anywhere else you feel that it'd be beneficial to someone. I love you, and there's not a thing in the world you can do about it.